Welcome to a Link Spring cycle. Every cycle in Link Spring has the same layout with 5 key components: the Spark video, the Reflect survey, the Tinker activity, the Grow survey, and other resources, representing Dr. Ball's 15 years of research in reflection, action, and reflection in a learning experience. Each cycle supports you to grow your practice in easy to understand, actionable learning modules. Let's learn a bit more about the purpose of each component of the cycle. First up, we have the Spark video. This short video sets up the reasoning or understanding of the cycle, essentially the why of the cycle. Why you should care about this skill or strategy, why it will support your practice, and why it will help you show up more supportively for your students. Next up is the Reflect survey. The Reflect survey will have you consider your current practices and beliefs about the cycle's skill, strategy, or practice, and begin to think about new ways of imagining that skill, strategy, or practice in your classroom. In it, you'll reflect on a few questions that will help you think deeply about how to take action. Now it's time to take action with the Tinker activity. The Tinker activity is where you'll spend the bulk of your time in each cycle. This is a space for you to take all of the reflection work that you just did in the Reflect survey and create an action plan to implement the cycle's skill, strategy, or practice in your classroom with your learners. Remember, this is where the magic happens. Moving from learning about something, reflecting on it, and then putting it into practice is the space where you will see real changes in what your personal skills and classrooms look like. We as teachers know that real growth happens when students move to action and try out the skill for themselves that we're teaching them. The same thing goes for us teachers. When we move to action, that's when change happens and we begin to grow. Now that you've completed your first reflection and taken action, it's time to reflect again with the final cycle component, the Grow survey. This is one of the most important steps in completing your cycle. Dr. Ball found that this post-action reflection is the key to long-term implementation and growth. The questions in the Grow survey allow you the space to reflect on the actions that you took in the Tinker activity and what supports your needs moving forward to continue to grow. Along the way, you also have the Other Resources section that includes curated articles, videos, and other guides that will support you in your understanding and implementation of the cycle's objective. What's great about these resources is you can utilize them to help in creating your Tinker activity, and you never have to leave the cycle to do your research. It's all here for you. And just like that, you completed a Link Spring cycle. Completing Link Spring cycles is a moment of generativity in action, and one you should be proud of. Not only are you beginning to incorporate new skills and strategies into your learning process to boost your students' learning, but you're developing an open mind and positive attitude about the dynamic of your skills and classrooms. That's what being generative is all about.